Hello everyone. In today's video, we can see how to test microservices in local machine and Postman. Then we need to deploy same in the AWS cloud. So the first thing what we need to do is go to your GitHub account and then open your microservice repository. The GTS time zone services is my microservices. What you need to do is now go to code, download the zip file. You need to extract this zip file to the specific folder. After this, go to the Visual Studio Code, open your code in VS. So this is the component of my microservices. So the next thing is we need to create MySQL database. So go to MySQL database workbench. So here you have to create your services database plus in this you have to give your database details. Go to Visual Studio. In source you can see main. Go to main, resource, this application properties. So copy this name GTS service platform dev, paste here, host name localhost. So copy this username, paste here. Also need to do for password also, copy the password. Okay, you need to test your connection, then you have to click OK. The database will going to, after creating this test, go inside. So in this you have to create your database. So come to Visual Studio, uh, go to terminal, new terminal, type mvn clean package. The mvn clean package is going to build your target file. Once the build is success, you need to start your server. So go to the file, that your folder. So GTS identity servers, copy this. And you need to do it for your microservices also. Go to target folder, copy this address. Once the servers get started, you need to test the APIs in the Postman. Okay, the server got started. Open the Postman and you need to upload this Postman collection folder to that. After that, go to the Postman. You need to add a user. So localhost 4728. Uh, Try to send this request. So the user registered is successful. You need to log in to the user. Go to the user login. Try to send this. User login is successfully. You need to copy this token. Uh, Paste it over here. Go to GTS identity service authorization. Uh, and the value, change this one, paste, save it here. Do the same for local service authorization, paste the token here, save. So what you, so now you have to send all this method, you have to test all these APIs. So first one, we need to send a request. So this is our localhost port number. So try to send this. So time zone added successfully. So like that you had to test all these methods. So after we need to create one RDS and EC2 instance to deploy the same in the AWS cloud. Let's create RDS and EC2 instance. So let's create RDS. Type RDS. So go to database, create database. So in this you have to select MySQL, go down. In templates you have to select a feed trier, go down. So your DB instance identifiers. So clear this one, to Visual Studio. So copy this name, paste it over here. So do it same for username and password. Again give confirm password. So next go to connectivity. Here select default VPC. Give the public access is. So create a new security group. Give the name GTS API. Down. Then additional configuration. Uh, Copy this name. Paste it over here. Underscore. It will show error. So that's why. So backup uncheck. Encryption uncheck. Maintenance uncheck. And finally create database. Close this tab. So it will take some times to create RDS. Let's wait a few minutes. So the RDS is now available. Go inside this, copy the endpoint connectivity and paste it over here on this block. Paste the endpoint URL here. Paste. So now we have to create EC2 instance. Let's create EC2 instance. Instances. So launch instances. Give the name for the instance. Here I am using Ubuntu. Select Ubuntu. So in this instance type, I'm going to use T3 medium. So if you have any existing key pair, select the key pair, or else you have to create a new key pair. So select as existing security groups. So select the GTS API. So that's it. Let's launch the instances. So we need to add some securities. So go to the network and securities. Under that, select security groups. Select the security groups which you have created. Go inside that. So here, edit. No, actually we have all right protocols. Yeah, go to edit bound. So you have to add all these SSH port number 22. You have to select all traffic and you have to select 4728 4703 and save changes. Okay, go inside the security groups, edit inbound role. So add role. So select SSH, the port number, select 0.00 block, add role. So you select all traffic. Four seven two eight port number, add role 4703. So save changes. The security groups will add it. To the instances and connect the instance. Take root access. Here we use Docker. So Firstly, we need to install the Docker. Um, apt get update. Wait few minutes. So next, you will need to install docker.io -y. Will install all the necessary Docker files. So go to the VS Code. So again go to the new terminal, type mvn clean package. So we need to create RDS databases in MySQL. So go to this. So create connection name RDS. So go to VS Code, copy this endpoint, paste it in host name. So you have to add username and password. Copy the username, paste it over here. Do same for password. Paste it over here. Click on OK. Then test the connection. Click on OK. OK. So go to inside the RDS. Just a second, it will open. So inside this, you have to add databases. So for this, we need to create. So go to your identity service. You have to create all this in a RDS database. Okay. Uh, let's check one by one. Copy this. Go to MySQL. Paste here and run. So it will create it. Like this, you have to create all the databases, all the tables. So after creating the table, here refresh all. In tables, you can find all the tables. Go to VS Code. Terminal. Again, clean package. It will build the target file. So after this, clear the screen and type WSL. WSL, you need to create a WSL in command prompt. Type WSL hyphen hyphen install. It will install to your Windows. So give WSL in VS Code. So now you have to log into your Docker account. Docker login. It is asking for password. Type the password. So the login is success. Now what you want to do this, so let's build a Docker image. So for that, mm, sudo docker build hyphen t gts time zone colon 2.0.0 dot space dot. So this means the docker build command. The docker build command is used to build a Docker image from a Docker file. The hyphen T tag the image name with the GTS time zone 2.0.0. The dot specify the build content which is current directory. So click enter it. So it will build a image in the Docker file with the name GTS time zone. So next you have to tag that one to the username. So sudo docker tag gts time zone 2.0.0 space akshata pg gts time zone 2.0.0. So command tags your local image with a new name so it can be pushed to your docker hub repository. So it enter. So next what you have to do is you need to push to the docker hub. So sudo docker push pg username gts time zone colon 2.0.0. So this command push an image to the docker hub repository. So let's take few minutes. Let's wait until it's get finished. So let's go to the GitHub account. So the Akshata GTS time zone it will create it. So now what you have to do is go to the EC2 instance. So you need to pull a repository from the GitHub to the local machine. So Docker login. paste the, so you need to uh, docker pull Akshata page GTS time zone 2.0.0. After that, you need to log in with your identity service. Docker login hyphen u user, hit enter. So it is asking password. Type the password, hit enter. Once the login is success, you need to pull this image. So docker pull GTS identity service application 1.jar file, hit enter. It will pull the command. So now you have to run this. So docker run hyphen it hyphen d hyphen p 4728 4728. So copy this path, jar file path, copy and paste it over here. So it matter. So this will create it. So ps, so it will create it. Container is created. So after this, go to the instance and copy the IP addresses. Then go to Postman, add user, um, paste it over here. HTTP colon double slash 5120.105.131.131 is the IP addresses. So you have to send this one. And let's check it will, yeah, the user registered as successful. So login user, go to login. So paste the IP address here. So try to send this. The token, copy the token. So now you have to go for the GTS time zone service AWS DevOps. Click on that, go to authorization, and the value you have to change the token. Paste, save this. What you have to do to right now is go to create time zone. You have to check this also. So let's send and check this whether it going to work or not. Let's check. So the next step is you need to run your GTS time zone. So docker run hyphen t hyphen d hyphen p port number 470470 Akshata PG GTS time zone 2.0. After this, go to Postman, try to send this. So the time zone is added successfully. So like this you have to create for all these methods. Try to send the request for all these methods. That's it. That's all about how to test local machines and Postman, and deploy same in the EC2 instance and test it in the Postman.